Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Joff Basic Nuts. This is the Highwayman's Hitch nut, also known as the quick release nut. So there's a lot of variations of hitching nuts, and each of these nuts have their own advantages and disadvantages. So let me just show some of them to you. So this is the anchor hitch nut. It is well attached to the pole or the wood, and it's not going to come loose anytime soon. But with that security comes a price. So it also takes some time for you to undo or to unhitch the nut. So you untie the nut, and then unwrap it from the pole. Now this is the bowline nut, also known as the king of nuts. It is one of the basic nuts that all of us must know, and it's very reliable. But to undo it or to unhitch it, it also takes some time for you to undo the nut. And once you undo the nut, it's still around the pole. So you need to pull it from behind the pole. So a few seconds here and a few seconds there, but it adds up. Now this is the Siberian hitch, also known as the Evenk hitch. Now this blue rope is the tautline hitch nut. So it is adjustable when no pressure is applied, but once pressure is applied, it locks itself on the rope. So it's again another reliable hitch nut. But again, to undo or unhitch the nut, you have to undertake a certain number of steps so you can undo the nut. And once you untie the nut, the rope is still behind the pole or the post where you attached it to, taking another few seconds. So the Siberian hitch, this green rope, is the closest competitor of the quick release nut. So it's also an adjustable nut, okay? And by pulling on this release cord, you can easily undo the nut. But still, the rope is going to be behind the pole or the post. And it takes a few more seconds by which you need to untangle the rope. Again, a few seconds here and a few seconds there, and it's gonna add up. If time is not of the importance, then okay, it's no problem. Now, observe the difference with the Highwayman's hitch nut or the quick release nut. The end line is well secured and it's not going to go anywhere. So your horse or your cow or your goat or your dog is not going to go anywhere. But as soon as you tug on the release cord, watch what happens. So just by pulling on the release cord, the entire thing comes loose. No complicated steps of undoing the nut and no need to remove it from behind the post. It is also called the Jesse James nut. As we know, Jesse James is a infamous bank robber who ties his horse as he's about to rob the bank. So just by tugging on the release cord, right there, 1, 2, 3, he's up and away on his horse. So before we proceed on how to tie this knot, let's find out how reliable and how secure this knot is. You might lose your horse or your cattle or your goat or whatever it is you are tying or securing. So let's check out how reliable the knot is before we proceed on how it's tied. Well, our cow is still here, so looks like the knot did not give. So there we mounted the Highwayman's hitch knot up here on the tree branch, and we will test how reliable the knot is. This one is the release knot, the shorter knot. Okay, and the longer knot is the end knot. Okay. Okay, from the bottom view, so that's the quick release knot that we hitched on the branch. This shorter cord is the release nut. If you pull that, then the entire thing should come loose. Meanwhile, on the other hand, this longer nut is the end nut. This is where you tie your horse, your cattle, or whatever it is that you're securing. Okay, I'll just mount a plank over here so we can test it. So I'll just attach this plank to the cord using the marlin spike hitch so I can sit on the plank with my full weight on it. So the test subject is a full 200 pounds, after which we will swing around to see if the nut will hold. So we'll just remove the release nut out of the way so we do not accidentally tug on it or pull it over. And here it goes. And there you have it. I'm now suspended in air and the nut is holding. So let's swing around to see if the additional force or pressure might affect the nut above. We'll just swing around, okay? And it's holding. It's not slipping. It's not giving in. So there you have it. The Highwayman's hitch nut or the quick release nut is so reliable, it's able to hold your host a full 200 pounds. Now let's tug on the release cord and see if it quickly releases also. One tug, two tug. Wait a minute, folks. There, I got it free on the third tug. And this is the reason why it took me 3 tugs to get it free. My release loop was so long. So there's nothing wrong with the nut. My loop was simply too long. And this is one of the practical applications of the nut. So you can secure your cattle, your horse, or your goat to a tree or a fence or a post. See how secure it is, how reliable, and how strong it is. And with one tug of the release cord, you can easily get the nut off the post or the tree. And this is how you tie the Highwayman's hitch nut. First, you form a loop or a bight, and you put the loop or the bight behind the pole. Now, using the standing end, you form a second bight, and you insert it through the first bight. Now, using the running end, you form a third bight, and you insert the third bight inside the second bight, and you tighten and you dress the knot. And that is how you execute or how you tie the Highwayman's hitch knot or the quick release knot. The end line is secure, and with one quick tug of the release knot, you can easily remove the entire rope from the pole that you attached it to. Again, form a bight and put it behind the pole. From the standing end, you make a second bight and insert it through the first bight. And from the running end, you form a third bight and you insert it inside the second bight. Tighten the knot and dress it properly. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so you will be notified of our next uploads. Do comment down below so I can get back to you as soon as I can. Do check out our playlist, Joff Basic Nuts, for more other interesting nuts and their practical and fun uses. And until our next upload, this is your host saying, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching.